Guys, welcome back to another Minecraft video. This is Chris Gaming. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make custom death messages in Minecraft. This is what all the command blocks will look like when it's done. Do not worry, it looks very difficult, but don't worry because I put all the work into it and it's easy for you guys, but it was really hard for me to figure out, so hope you guys like it. As you can see over there, I was practicing a lot so that I could bring this to you. So you know how the death messages are at default in Minecraft. There's, oh, you were slain by this, you were slain by that. These are mainly for PvP. They will not work with mobs. But it just says, you were slain by this, you were slain by that. It's boring. Well, I'm going to show you how to make custom death messages for PvP. Unfortunately, this will not work for mobs. This will only work for PvP. So this is what it will look like when you're done. And I hope this tutorial helps. Let's get started. What you will need is some command blocks, some redstone, a block of redstone, sticky pistons, redstone comparators, redstone torches, blocks of your choice, a sword, an axe, and a bow. And these are the weapons it'll work with. You don't need these, but these are the weapons that it'll work with. A sword, an axe, and a bow. I'm just saying right now, once again, this is for PvP. And also important to note, you can't make it so that it just does it for every player. You're going to have to make a separate one for each player and put their names in separate ones. I'm sure there's a way to get around that, but I don't have enough skill, so this will be time consuming. Suggest you only make it for 2 people, but if you want to make it for an entire server or something, it is going to take a while. You can't make it for server actually, but if you want to make it for an entire group of friends, it's going to take a while. So this is time consuming, but it's very useful. What you guys are going to want to do first is dig a 16 by 11 by 3 hole in the ground. And the structure is only 2 blocks high, so you can do it in multiplayer. So you're first going to want to do this, dig this pit. Like I said, 16 by 11 by 3. And then after you dig that, you can start. The first thing you're going to want to do is go into your box and go into one of the corners. I'm going into the bottom left corner of my box, which is facing away from my structure I made over there, the example structure. Then you're going to want to place a command block facing this way, and then go into it, repeat, always active. Then what you're going to want to do is put test4 @e name equals, and then you're going to put the player names. I'm just putting test because I'm going to use a test player to test these messages. So you're going to put test4 @e name equals, and then your player's name. So this next step I already have pre-made for myself because I keep forgetting it. The next thing you're going to want to do is place a redstone comparator here. Then you're going to place redstone here. Then you're going to take 2 of your blocks of your choice. Then take your redstone and place it right here, so that you have a path going up here. Then you're going to want to place a sticky piston facing this way and a redstone block on it. And then you're going to want to build 2 more of your blocks of your choice this way. You're going to put a redstone torch here and a piece of redstone here. And then that's it for this step. So how this works is that, look how when I place a redstone block here, it'll send this redstone signal deactivating that torch. So how this is going to work is, I'm just going to place a redstone piece here, for example. So how this is going to work is, when it's testing for your player. If your player dies, the entity isn't there anymore. So it's going to stop sensing it. So the redstone current's going to stop. So it's going to pull back the redstone block, activating the redstone torch. So the next step you're going to do is take your redstone and make kind of like a fork. So you're going to take a couple pieces of redstone like this, and then you're going to do 2 out here, 2 out here, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now we have like a fork redstone. I don't think I made it long enough to fit the entire box, but it doesn't matter how long it is, as long as it can fit inside your box. So next step, you already have the redstone computers here. Well, I already did in the last one, but you can place them now. So next step is where the custom death messages come in. So you are going to take a piece of redstone for each, a sticky piston for each, a block of redstone for each, and then a command block for each. Preferably facing up because that looks the best, but wow, I actually had enough space to do this. Good. So what you're going to want to do is have that structure set up. What's going to happen is these are going to come on for a certain weapon you're holding and push it into the command block, triggering the command block. So what you're going to do is go to the corresponding block. So this is the axe, and then you're going to put in, as the name of your command block or the hover note, server. So it's going to say server said this. And then you're going to want to put in the custom death messages. So test was like defeated by X. I'm just going to put that in because it's just an example. So test was defeated by X. You're not going to edit the command block or anything, make it repeat or anything. Just keep it absolutely normal. Just name it server and say the player name and the death message. Actually, you can put in your name. Was like this was defeated by Cube Chris Gaming's X. So not just X, Cubus Gaming's X. So you can put it in. So your enemy was defeated by your axe. So that will be for the axe command block. This next one is, I believe, the bow. So what you're going to want to put is, so server, once again, sorry. Server test was defeated by Cube Chris Gaming bow. Once again, this is an example. You can make completely custom ones. So this is for the bow. And this final one's same thing, but with sword. Server test was defeated by Cube Chris Gaming's sword. And there we go. Now this next step is what's going to trigger the special different death messages. So like I said, you can have 3 different death messages, each for different weapons. So the first one you're going to do is for the sword. It's going to be enchant your name this time if you're making one for your friend's death messages. So your name and then sharpness 1. So this will give you a boost. Your weapon's a boost, so that may be a problem for you. I don't know, but just enchant Cubris Gaming or your player name, sharpness 1. And then the next command block's the same thing, but with power. And it has to be power. Unfortunately, that'll make your bows like overpowered, giving it power too, but it's the only way. You can't do it with punch or infinity for some reason. I tried, don't worry. I tried. It does not work. If you try to put it on infinity or anything, or punch, it won't work. It only works with power, unfortunately. And for the axe enchant Cubris Gaming, efficiency 1. Same thing. And it has to be efficiency, like I said. I actually forgot a few things. I'm really sorry, guys. So what you're going to want to do with these command blocks, the first thing is put say in front of your custom death message. I said to do that, but I never did it. So that's the command. And the next thing I forgot is the repeater. Instead of the redstone right here, put the repeater right there, and then put the redstone up here, so that it'll work and it will send a redstone signal. And the final thing I forgot to do was put in a command. This is my test account. Put in a command /game will show death messages false. You're going to want to put that in so that it doesn't like show the death messages to override your custom ones. So obviously if you're in multiplayer, you're going to want to cover this up so that people believe it, that you actually made custom death messages. So since he's in the game and he's alive, it's not going to work and the death messages aren't going to appear. So, but when I take out a sword and kill him with a sword, it's going to say, test was defeated by Cubris Gaming's sword. So when I respawn on my other account and take a diamond axe, same thing's going to happen. It's going to kill him. It's going to take a little bit. Test was defeated by Cubris Gaming's axe. And then finally, if I take the bow and shoot at him, and if it kills him anytime soon, it's going to say, test was defeated by Cubris Gaming's bow. And that's it, guys. That's the command. Obviously, you're going to want to cover this up, but I just thought this was a really cool video to make. I think it would be really cool. Obviously, it's going to be PvP. You're going to make 2, 1 for each of you. And I only really recommend this for 2 players. But I just think this is really cool. And that your friends will think it's cool. And yeah, so it's really good for PvP. And personally, I really like it. It really works. And if you put on the /hide death messages command, it won't show the current death messages and it will look like it has these death messages. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.